Hey there, my friends. I'm actually sitting right now in the paradise in Hawaii next to a multi-million-dollar legend in the home-based business industry, Jeremy Miner. He's a seven-figure coach and trainer who coaches thousands of salespeople all around the world. And he has a vast experience in the online marketing and home-based business industry. He's done millions of dollars in sales himself. Sure. How are you doing, Jeremy?
Well, I'm going to take all of that as a compliment because my kids say I'm pretty boring. So thank you very much for that compliment. No, I'm doing good. We're here in Maui. We're at an event with a company called Digital Altitude. What I do with Digital Altitude is I train, hire, and recruit their salespeople, their coaches that actually sell our affiliates leads for them. So they actually, in this company, they do all the selling and calling for affiliates like this big guy.
Yeah.
Who busted out?
Jeremy, a lot of people that come to this type of industry, they kind of suck at selling,
Yeah.
They don't want to do the selling, they don't want to pick up the phone,
Right.
They want to just drive the traffic, get the leads, and get somebody else do it for them.
Sure.
What would you say, like, this as a business model, to have somebody else, like coaches who have vast experience to, work with leads that people are bringing into the business?
Well, it's a big deal. I mean, when you have coaches that are, so all of our coaches here are certified here within seven-figure sales training, so they understand how to communicate, they understand, they've been trained on this, some of them for years. So they're professionals. They're not telemarketers who make $8 an hour calling your leads. So if all they do is just sit back and drive traffic, if they learn marketing skills to drive traffic to Digital Altitude, to our coaches, we literally do the rest of the work for them. So it's a very simple step-by-step system that really anybody can do. All they have to do is get with guys like you, or whoever it is, top affiliates, and just learn how to drive traffic through our funnels, Digital Altitude's funnel, get them to our coaches, and our coaches literally take over and make you guys a lot of money.
Exactly.
We should be charging you more for that.
It's like a win-win model, It's a solution for people, because it takes a lot, to coach somebody, to really help them thrive and succeed, to help them through all the steps, to understand like the whole mindset, even, what it takes to succeed.
Yeah.
And when somebody is working one-on-one, it adds this personal touch. And a lot of people, they just bring in and they don't care.
It's a big deal in this industry. I mean, Digital Altitude, we started hiring coaches and trainers for Digital Altitude really about a year ago. And for a company to do up to $7, $8, $9 million a month within their first year, we're talking about per month within their first year, does not happen in this industry.
It's
phenomenal. I don't think it's ever happened actually in this industry that quickly. And I think a lot of it, there's two things that contribute to that. There's great affiliates, right? Well, actually, there's three. You have to have a great product line, which Michael Force has put together, great branding, great marketing material. So you have to have that first and foremost. You have to have product fulfillment, products that actually work. So that's one. Michael Force has done a great job on that. Then two, you have to have really good affiliates like you, like Jason Stone, like some of these other guys, right? That drive traffic to the company. So that's the second part of the formula. Without those, you're not going to have success. And number three, you have to have coaches who can take your members through and really help them want to change their situation and start a business with Digital Altitude. So you have that three-step formula. If you have those three things in place, which most companies do not, I will tell you, because I've trained some companies that don't have affiliates, they don't have great products. With this company, I feel that we actually have all three of those, and the results show that. So that's
we are right now here at the conference. This is one of the products, and we are having a time of our life. And
you've got almost 600 people, I think, here at this event, which was remarkable because some of these people just purchased this event a couple weeks ago, and they're here. It's crazy. So.
I know, it's awesome. So basically, like two of the three things that you mentioned are already taken care of. The products are there, the coaches are there, you train them personally, and you're the best in the world to do that. All you need to do is drive traffic.
At least every other day, possibly. We'll see.
One of the top in the world. Let's put it
very,
like this.
very nice to say.
I personally gone through your training, so I know this stuff is
you're
really,
welcome.
really good.
Didn't you have like a $80,000 a month after you went through it or something you told me?
Oh yeah, like my sales skills improved like through the roof when I understood that, this connection, the rapport part, the asking the right questions in the right way, in the right listening, most people don't listen.
Yeah,
like some of the things, and really understanding the psychology, the methodology behind sales. Most people still like living in the old school way, and you're teaching the new way of.
It's like boiler room selling from the 1980s, but the issue is we're in 2017 and the consumer is completely different. So they don't react to pushy, aggressive, manipulative techniques, because with the power of the internet and social media, they know they have many other choices to choose the exact same product or service you sell. 20 years ago, they didn't have that power. They didn't have those options. Those things didn't exist. Internet didn't exist. Social media didn't exist. Now with that, you have to learn how to communicate in what we call the new economy if you really want to thrive and be a very top performer, for sure.
Yeah. That's what I like about it. It's like low pressure whatsoever. It's like all built
Well, we
on
eliminate
trust.
sales pressure. Our languaging is very neutral, so it eliminates all sales pressure. Okay, it's very persuasive in a sense that there's skilled questions you're asking at the right time in the conversation that allows the person you're communicating to actually persuade themselves rather than you trying to persuade them.
That's powerful.
You're letting them pull you in rather than you trying to pull them and they're fighting back the whole time. I mean, to me, selling seems a lot easier if they're pulling you in rather than you like tugging at them and they're throwing out objections and you're trying to do this and, manipulate them and then they don't call you back. And to me, like, why would anybody want to sell that way? It doesn't seem very profitable.
No.
Let's ask them skilled questions. Those skilled questions lead them down a path where they persuade themselves. And they basically are saying, hey, where do I pay? Like, how, I want to move forward. Like, what's my next step? Rather than you trying to hit them on the head, following them all over, chasing them down. And 90% of the time, they don't buy from you anyways.
That's right. So what would you say your number one thing that if people can improve their sales abilities, they need to harness?
The number one thing you have to, there's a whole scale here, but the biggest thing is really your mindset. And do you look at yourself? So when we train salespeople here, we are problem finders and problem solvers, okay? Most salespeople are called product pushers, right? So that's a big difference. Most salesmen push their product, right? Features, benefits, it's so great, we're the best at this, we do this great, blah, blah, which by the way, every salesperson says about everything they sell.
That's right.
So when somebody hears that, what do? In one ear, out the other.
Yeah,
right?
you're just another salesman.
Another salesman trying to stuff their solution down their throat. So when you start having the mindset of, can I help this person? I'm detached from the expectations of making the sale. And instead I'm focusing on whether there's a sale to be made in the first place. And when you detach yourself like that, you'll find that your potential customers you're communicating to will actually open up to you and start to trust you, because they'll look at you as more of a trusted authority rather than just somebody trying to sell them something. So they respect you, right? They look at you as more of an authoritative figure. So the biggest thing that you can do is start viewing yourself as a problem finder and a problem solver. A lot of sales courses will say, hey, you got to be a great problem, you got to solve problems. Well, you first have to find out what their problems are. And more importantly, you have to help them find out what their problems are, because most prospects you're talking to might not even feel they have problems. So you have to learn skilled questions that pull out what their problems are, where they start to internalize what their problems are that they might not have ever thought. And once you find out those problems, then you can offer a solution that will actually help them solve those. So stop being a product pusher and think of being a problem finder and problem solver. That's a general overview for sure.
Now, when I heard it the first time that you said you gotta find out where there is a problem to be made in the first place, it was like an epiphany in my mind. I make it a point to, at certain intervals to just go over your training again, because this is so important.
Yeah, and you're right. And here with DA, like in this type of industry, what are problems people have for this industry? Why would they respond to an ad looking for a business? They want to make more money.
Yes.
And they want to have more time with their family, and they want more fulfillment. If you thought about all the people in the world, how many people in the world would fall into one of those categories? Want to make more money, want to have more time, and more fulfillment.
Most people.
That's about 99.9% of planet Earth.
Right.
But the reason why so many marketers sometimes have a hard time people coming into their business is because the way they communicate to them about their business. So instead of focusing on their problems, about wanting to make more money, about what that's going to do for them and how not having that money, how that's affecting them, they just jump into their pitch.
Right.
Oh, this is great, it's blah, 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 blah. And the person here that wants to make more money, that wants to have more time, hates their job, oh, we're not interested in that. There's a disconnect because of the way they're communicating to them. That's the reason why they don't join. It's as simple as that. If they learn how to communicate, you literally can have 8 or 9 out of 10 people get started in your network marketing business over and over and over instead of 1 out of 100.
Because they focus on the pitch, on the solution, on benefits and sales without really focusing on the other person, their needs, their and having them express their pain, to them.
Yeah, and that's what we do here at DA with the coaches. So the coaches, when they take your members through, they really find out what that person's situation is, what their problems are, why they want to change their situation, and how important is it for them to actually follow through and do something about it. And they internalize that and they persuade themselves, and that's why we have such a high percentage that gets started here. That's really the biggest reason, in my opinion. Plus all of your leads that you guys send. That definitely helps. Without the leads, the coaches can't do anything, and without great products that Digital Altitude has in the fulfillment and the branding, we wouldn't have that either. So it's really that 3-step combo there.
Well, I'm sure glad that they made a decision to work with you with bringing it to the company.
I like coming to these events. I love coming to these events every 2 or 3 months. We typically have our sales training events more in like the United States. So I love coming to Hawaii, obviously the United States still, but I love coming to some of these tropical places and just, kind of relaxing a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
One other thing, I heard from a very high-level marketer. He's saying marketing and sales kind of are 2 different things, and most people confuse them as
Sure.
interchangeably, like the same. And he's saying that in marketing, you want to 75% of the time you do the marketing, which basically means changing the beliefs of somebody you want to communicate a solution to, what they need to believe, what kind of perception they need to have, educating them on a general solution, and when they get the buy-in that this is what they want, before you even present a solution, a sales solution.
It's very similar. You got to focus on their problems and what they're looking for, and really get them to question their way of thinking that's allowed them to stay in the same situation they've always been in. You're getting them to question why haven't I started my own business to make more money? Why do I keep commuting back and forth to my job I don't like?
Right.
What's holding me back from changing? And they start to internalize that and persuade themselves that, hey, I can change my situation, I just have to decide. And it's an easy decision for them. And they look at you as like a facilitator, like a trusted advisor or authority that's taking them through that process, and they're gonna go with you 100% of the time because they don't get that from other salespeople. Whereas other salespeople might ask a few questions to get some facts, you're gonna get the facts, but you're also gonna get, more importantly, their feelings, their emotions. And when they start to own their emotions from your skilled questioning ability, they start to own it and want to do something about changing that problem. And they look at you as the person that's there to help them do it. Right?
I know, yeah.
Make sense?
So I would recommend, study marketing and at the same time improve your sales abilities and skills.
100%.
Even though like a company like Digital Altitude, they have coaches and they can do the whole selling process for you. But if you will go yourself through the sales training, you'll become a better communicator, a better understanding people. Your business will skyrocket even more. So I would suggest, if you have the chance to get through Jeremy Miner's training, I know he's coaching people all over the world, just jump on it, because this is the skill set that you need to succeed in the 21st century for sure. So it's been my pleasure, Jeremy, really to sit here and sharing your wisdom.
I was just answering some emails and bam, here you are.
I know.
Thanks for stopping by, man. I love doing these interviews, and anything that I can do to help your people or anything, just let me know.
Yeah, awesome. And if you're a part of Digital Altitude or want to become part of Digital Altitude, you'll be working, Jeremy Miner will be on your side, and he is the best in the world. So you're going to be for a treat, So we're definitely like a family here, and we're enjoying Hawaii. Until one time you're staying here, a couple more days.
Come see us.
Come see us, next time.
Come see us next time.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jeremy. And see you in the beaches in the world.
All right, man. See you soon. I'm out.